Okay. So the chat option is not loading for me. Let's see. Okay. Can you let me know if you can hear me and see me, my loves? Hi. Pop out chats. Let's try that. Okay, there we go. Now I can see the chat. So, my loves, we might be separated by distance, but we're all in on this together. The universe is stripping down the boundaries of perception so that we may finally see, so that all of us may see, not just a small portion of the population, but all of us, so that we may all see that there is no us versus them. All one. To take care of another, of ourselves, and to take care of ourselves is to take care of the other. We are experiencing a rewilding of mankind. And where that will take us is up to us. It's a brand new frontier with not much experience. We don't know what the future is going to hold for us. The best thing we can do right now is to focus on raising our vibration and to align with the most optimal frequency and timeline in which good things are on the way and good things are present. Hello, my loves. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. I know that the timing isn't the most optimal for everybody. I hope that wherever you're from, if you're watching this after the fact, please be aware of the fact that this is a live stream. So I will be interacting with the chat at some points. And how are you guys? Where are you watching from? What time is it? And yes, this is going to be saved, so you can watch this whenever you want. The topic is going to be the new moon and manifesting, and we're going to do a little meditation. And it's really powerful that we're all doing this together, but it's going to be powerful to do it after the fact as well. Okay, so the chat's coming in. Nashville, Florida, Washington, Utah, Chicago, Argentina, Ireland. Oh my, we're everywhere. Illinois, Michigan, Alaska, Italy. I'm so glad to have my Italians here. All of you. Cambodia, Australia. Oh my God, this is crazy. The meditation is going to be I'm actually going to do a little lesson kind of thing about the new moon. It's going to be pretty short, and then we'll do the meditation. It's going to be a visualization. And what we're going to do is we're going to hold an image of ourselves that we desire in our mind and continuously come back to it. And I'm going to ease you into it by doing kind of like a love-centered, heart-centered meditation. So just bear with me. I won't make this too long. I'll do this, I know people have places to be. I can't believe that there are 830 of us over here. So this is going to be really powerful. If you can stay for the live meditation, please do. You don't want to miss out on this. The collective energy, when we have all of our energy together, all of our vibrations together, we manifest so much more potently because we are all supporting each other's desires. So of course, if you watch this after, it's still going to work perfectly. I have my setup over here talking about things that we want, that we need to have around us. There's nothing that you really need to have. I have everything for you that energetically will transcend over to you. But I do recommend a notebook and a pen because we're going to be writing some things down. My setup is really cute. If you haven't seen it, it's on Instagram. If you don't follow me, you should follow me at Leora Alexandra. Because I post cool stuff over there, especially right now that we're all, indoors. I'm sharing a lot. So we're going to hang out today. We're going to plant some seeds of intention. We're going to do a little meditation together. You might want to have some tea ready. You don't need these things, but you can have maybe candles, incense, essential oils, and something sweet. If you don't already have something sweet, that is something that it's my signature new moon ritual must have. Today I made Mayan hot cocoa, and I keep losing the chat. There you are. So, if you're fasting, that's totally fine, totally cool. And before we get started, I just have two small announcements. I'm making as much content for you guys right now, obviously free content, and posting it everywhere that I can, because I want to be a big part of the solution and an assistance during this time when people are looking for conscious content and for light in their lives. So all I ask is one thing, that you subscribe if you like this live stream, if you haven't subscribed yet. And please turn your bell notifications on if possible. Turn notifications on for my channel so that you always know when I'm going live, and you always know when I'm posting a new video, because some of you have told me that you thought that I stopped posting videos because it's been so long since you've been notified. So please turn your notifications on for the channel. That's all I ask. And then the second thing, I just want to let you guys know, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. I have high hopes for everything. I am a tiny bit concerned about censorship across social media. And because of that, I'm trying to move all of us over to the email list so that I will always have constant contact with you if that's something that you want. That's definitely something I want. So I'll always be able to communicate with you through the email list. And to join the email list, you just need your name and email, and you get my free signature heart chakra opening meditation. You'll also get 30 days of emails with me with resources, tips, stories, and also the opportunity to just have a free 7-day workshop straight to your inbox, all for free. Just if you want to sign up, that's all in the description. I'm sure that anybody who is here from the email list can vouch that it is a lot of value. I'm seeing that some people are saying that it's a little blurry and the quality is low. I'm sorry. It's the best that I can do right now. I don't have great lights over here, so hopefully you can hear me. As long as you can hear me, we should be good. Okay? And a lot of people are saying, supporting the email list. All right. No, I'm using my computer webcam. That's what I have, but I do have a microphone. So you'll be able to hear me, and honestly, hearing me is what you need more than anything. I will answer questions if you'd like at the end, but let's open sacred space now, okay, guys? So let's take a break from the chat for the rest of this time until the end. I'm not going to be interacting with the chat. I want to open sacred space. So let's close your eyes right now if you feel comfortable. Take a few deep, slow, intentional breaths in. Breathing into the nose, filling up your diaphragm, your stomach. Breathing out slowly. Take a few more deep breaths as I open the space for us, honoring the 4 directions, the elements, and of course, Grandmother Moon. Thank you for creating a time, a fertile soil for us to plant our seeds of intention. Thank you to the lunar cycle that nurtures our desires and wishes and assists us in harvesting all that goodness. We honor you now. We show gratitude, and we venerate the great cosmic mother that is the moon. Now I just want to talk a little bit about the new moon in Aries, because today's new moon in Aries has several themes. So Aries brings in fiery warrior energy, and That's why today's live stream is important to me, because I think that we're all experiencing heightened sensitive energy, a little bit of anxiety, wanting to get out and move. And especially at this time in the planet right now, when we aren't able to move the way that we were used to just 2 weeks ago, we have to direct that energy somewhere. And that's why this is really important. That's why we have over 1,000 people here, all directing our attention where it should go, to create positive changes for ourselves and for the world. Otherwise, all that pent up energy could become destructive, as the Aries energy could become very aggressive. It's very warlike energy, it's powerful. And one of the two themes I want to focus on the most succinctly aligns with what we're focusing on as a collective is the theme of healing right now. This new moon is a powerful time to call in and to receive healing on a mental, physical, and emotional level. So as we stay inside and we step aside, we withdraw, we retreat, we're incidentally allowing Gaia to heal herself. The world is experiencing fresher air, cleaner water, and it's all because of our non-doing. And I think that there's a really big lesson there. I actually saw something on Instagram earlier today. It was a quote, and it said, "Everyone, there's no way we can shut everything down in order to lower emissions, slow climate change, and protect the climate, protect the environment." And then Mother Nature says, "Here's a virus, practice." So, of course, that's coming with a huge cost to the quality of our lives and to lives in general around the world. There's a lot of heartbreaking loss. But as we know, it's very important that we choose what to focus on right now. And we can focus on the chaos and the drama and the panic. And then we can feed into that pendulum and lose ourselves into it. Or we can focus on the healing that needs to happen within us and the healing that's happening outside of us, because it's as above, so below. So, what's happening in the world right now is a reflection of what's happening not only in the cosmos, but also inside of us. So today and the next few days is a great time for envisioning how we would like the following month to go for us. That's something I do on every new moon. I plant seeds of intention for the following month through feeling good, making myself feel good through ritual, and visualizing. Right now, doing this together is even more powerful and even more significant. When we're separated, but can get together online like this and focus on healing and planting new seeds, we can usher in this freshness, this newness that also comes with Aries energy. Our energy can and will make a difference. So it's a powerful time to take time for ourselves and to go inwards if we can, of course, and when we can. But it's also a powerful time to connect. And we're connecting in the best way right now that we can. We're actually using the internet the way that it should have always been used, to build one another up, to bring calm and joy, information, guidance, and not to tear one another down and, compare whose life is better, right? Because that's what Instagram stories are about. It's all the highlights of our lives. A lot of things are ending right now. Things we committed to in the past that we aren't able to do right now. We have to come to terms that they might be ending, or at least being put on pause for this foreseeable future. Can you allow yourself, rather than to resist and to cling on what you may be losing, to actually right now let it go for now? When we let it go, we allow in whatever is actually in store for us. We must trust and we must have faith, not only when things are going well, not only when life is good. We must also trust and have faith when things are difficult. That's real faith. When we let go, we allow the universe to step in and do the things that it needs to do. Right now, by non-doing, we are letting go of our control, the consumerism and the hustle culture of humanity that has gotten us to where we are right now. and things have to correct themselves, checks and balances. It could be something incredible might be coming for us, and it'll surprise us beyond our wildest dreams. But we have to let go of what was, what we feel like we lost, even though it's difficult. There's so much that even I feel like I lost. And you just have to let that go and be okay with it, because newness will come in and things will correct themselves. So it's a time for moving our energy into new directions and being okay with that. Things are always changing. I try to remind you guys, certainty is a lie. We've never been certain of anything in our lives. And this is an incredible time to understand that. To understand that just 2 weeks ago, the majority of us thought that life would be one way for the rest of our lives. And we were surprised by the veering of reality into this other timeline. That's how significantly different life can be in the span of 2-3 weeks, right? This has been happening for a lot longer for other people, but about 2-3 weeks for the rest of the world. So let's take this time to stop resisting and to accept and to allow, to surrender. Another theme that I want to talk about for this new moon, other than healing, is courage, another Aries trait. Can we be courageous as we face the changes and the interruption of our lives? Can we be courageous in the face of the news and the fear? Can we have courage in the face of uncertainty, not knowing what the future is going to hold? Can we have courage in the face of uncertainty, not knowing what the future is going to hold? Can we talk? And what can we do with this collective anger and fear? Do we feed it with more fear, with more anger, or do we transmute it? We're undergoing a rewilding of humanity. So let's do it with courage, with bravery, with fearlessness, and with fire, just like the Aries new moon is bringing to us. If you're here, I'm pretty sure you're ready to transmute the fear, and that's what we're going to do all together. All right. So our themes for this new moon are healing and courage, having faith in yourself, listening to that intuition and going for it, but also withdrawing and taking time to take care of your inner world, of your health and your well-being. So right now we're going to pull out our journal or notebook, whatever you have, in our pens. We're going to do something a little bit different than I usually do on new moons. So I want you to think for a moment of something you've been thinking that you really want to do, but you've been too scared or too afraid or too embarrassed to do it. So take a moment and think of something. No matter what it is. Maybe you can write it in the chat right now so that anyone who can't come up with something can get inspired. I'm going to take a minute to think about that right now too. What are you afraid of that you've been wanting to do? I'm writing a few things actually. Now, my first three are very physical things that I've been putting off because of fear and embarrassment. The last one is something on a mental level that I haven't been doing because I've just felt like it's not who I am and I want to be doing it. There we go. So everyone identified something. I want to give you another couple of minutes just to get something in your mind. The chat has a lot of good ideas. I'm just so you know, the fact that you're putting it out there is incredible. It shows that you're not really as afraid of this thing. What are you afraid of that you've been wanting to do? Where in your life could you be more courageous? You guys have your journals. What we're going to do, we're going to write a little note to ourselves. And I want you to only do this if you're ready to commit to facing this fear, to being courageous, if you're ready to show up for yourself. Because right now is that time to show up for yourself. So I'm going to tell you how I'm going to write my letter, and you can do it with me if you'd like. So I'm going to write, Dear Leor. Of course, probably shouldn't write this to me, even though I would love to receive your letters. So I'm going to write, Dear Leor, I have been thinking about doing blank, something along those lines. I have been thinking. So I'll share one of the things. You see, my fears are truly fears because you're all sharing them in the chat and I'm still having a hard time sharing them. So one of the things that I'm afraid of is becoming an author and writing that book, really doing that. So I'm going to write that about this, and then I have a couple other things. I've been thinking about really publishing that book. So again, write to yourself, Dear, your name. I have been thinking about, and it could be anything. Anything. It doesn't have to be anything to do with, it could be, I've been thinking about having more fun. That's one of mine, to be honest. The next part I'm going to write, I have been feeling this way about it. And I'm going to write kind of a little bit about how I've been feeling. I've been feeling insecure about it. Anxious. Even undeserving. Just put it out there. Just write it out. Now, this is when we commit to ourselves. I no longer will feel these emotions. I understand that I had to feel them in the past for a reason. But now I'm ready to feel better emotions. And really focus on your words here. Really focus on this. This is a contract with yourself. So again, Dear Leor, I've been thinking about really publishing that book. I've been feeling insecure about it, anxious, even undeserving. I no longer will feel these emotions. I understand that I had to feel them in the past for a reason, but now I'm ready to feel better emotions, better feelings. I want to feel brave and courageous. I want to grab life by the horns. I want to truly live. And because of this, I commit to facing my fear and making this happen. And when you write this, I want you to put all the emotion into it, all that new feelings of bravery and joy and commitment. I want you to feel that as you write this. I commit to facing my fear and making this happen. Feels good. This is a letter of commitment to myself. I will show up for myself. I will make this happen. I commit to facing my fears and making this happen. And then you're going to sign this. You're going to write, with so much love and devotion. And sign your name. Now, the reason why we're putting this letter, why we're phrasing, so as we go on with this ritual, we're going to put some things in the present tense, but this is just a step up and I'll repeat what I said. So the reason why we're phrasing it the way we are is because we are going from one level of frequency to another. We're going from kind of like a listless, fearful, timid energy to a few steps above, which is a committed energy. Now, as always, during a new moon ritual, I want each of us to make a list of 5 to 10 things that we are super grateful for today. We're doing this to access the gratitude frequency. So take some time right now to write 5 to 10 things that you're grateful for. And to really feel the feeling of gratitude and love and joy that you get when thinking about these things. Now we're moving from the energy a little bit higher up the frequency octaves. We're going up steadily. Give you a couple more moments to finish your list. The things that you're grateful for don't have to be very big. You can be grateful for the simple existence of something. Like sometimes I put BTS on my gratitude list because I'm grateful that they exist, right? It doesn't have to be things that you own. And while you guys are writing, I'm just going to play a little bit with my crystal balls. You can let me know if the sound is good whenever you have a chance. Are we good? Are you ready to move on? I want us to now seed intentions for the following month. So now we have to think about how we would like the following month to look for us and for the collective. So think from this new moon to April's new moon and think of themes of healing and courage when it comes to the seeds that you want to plant. So I want you to write a list now of things that you want to manifest, anything you want. But you have to write it in the present form, and you can also script in the present form. So it has to go something like, I'm feeling healthier than ever. People are feeling connected to each other. People are feeling stronger. I'm working at the job of my dreams. You know, a lot of people are having problems with keeping their work. How about we manifest new opportunities, right? I'm making great money. The world is better than ever. Things like that, just in the present form. Just start writing. I'm going to start writing right now and I'll give you time. I'll play with my bowls while you do your writing. So I make the title. I write seeds for this month. So these are things that we are planting. I see this. I'm a very visual person. So I see us opening the fabric of reality. Just putting a little cut into it and then placing our desires into a little pocket of the universe. And then we close it up, seal it back up with our intention, and then we just wait for it to grow from absolutely nowhere. And it always happens. So things that we want in the present tense now. I have to think about this. And of course, I highly recommend, I'm sure that I don't have to tell you guys this. I'm sure that this is already on your list, but I highly recommend, seeding intentions for all of the world, right? For humanity. I want you to think about what you ask for when it comes to that, because it's a hard time, but it's bringing about positive changes too. Changes in the way that we live our lives, changes in government, possible changes in the entire financial system. How about we make it so that it's geared towards the people rather than to corporations? That we are finally in charge and really supported by the changes that will come out of all of this. Imagine a world where the people, the common average people, truly have the power. That's what I'm imagining coming out of this. And listen, we don't need to know rationally. We don't need to understand how that's going to happen. We just have to ask for it. How, where, why, when. Just have to ask for it. If you can't think of anything to ask for, asking to feel certain ways, like feeling safe, secure, That's perfectly good too. So make your lists. I'll play my bowls. I wrote things for the collective and some things I want to experience on an emotional level. For the world to be closer to nature. For life to slow down. Have you noticed how much we've slowed down? Planes are grounded. Emissions have been low. We've slowed down. Alright, got some good time to do that. So we're actually going to do the guided visualization right now. So I want you to get cozy, drop the chat for a moment. Everybody slow down. Because at first, what we're going to do is visualize healing for the earth. We're going to send love and healing to everyone who's being severely affected by the current climate in the world. So I want you to take a few moments right now to get comfortable. You can sit down for this. You can lay down for this. Sit or lay down, whatever's comfortable for you. Closing your eyes now. I'm going to put on some music for us, okay? Someone could just let me know for a second if you can hear that. Awesome. Thank you. So go back to dropping into your body. Thank you, guys. And just ground right now, feeling your body. Closing your eyes when you're comfortable and ready. Taking a deep breath through the nose, into the belly, filling it up with air, filling your chest up with air, and slowly breathing out again through the nose, maybe making it audible for clearing. Make the sound of crashing waves with your throat. Keep your eyes closed. And continue with this deep, relaxing breath. What I wanted to do today is read to you a poem first by the author Marnie Skleroff, and it's called Slow. Slow. You are allowed to go slow. You are allowed to be quiet. Make space and feel. You are allowed to have nothing to say and wait until you do. You are allowed to wait. You can just breathe sometimes and watch and see. You can be open to whatever comes next. You can not know, and you can want, and you can be okay with your wanting. You can sit in your agitation, breathe into your irritability, and cry in your grief. You can wait for the truth. You can watch how you make up stories and love yourself and wait until the true one reveals itself. You can do all kinds of things slowly. So that was a poem by Marnie Skleroff called Slow. Now, keep your eyes closed. I'm going to continue. Take a moment to really feel that love that we're summoning, that we've been summoning this entire ceremony. Thinking of how much you love someone you're grateful for. Maybe a family member, or a best friend, or a partner, or a pet, a grandparent. Maybe just something that brings you joy. And extending that love to yourself as well. Filling your chest up with love for you, because you so deserve that love. You deserve endless amounts of it. And then extending that love to everyone who is with us now, all around the globe. Anyone watching this, now or later. And then extending that love even more, stretching that feeling and that energy, and wrapping up anyone who's affected by the current events, either health-wise or financial, mental, and emotional, holding them in our hearts. Even if you're experiencing these things yourself, just extending that love for others, wrapping them with our love, loving them all, despite what's going on, loving them always, regardless of anything else. And then stretching that love to the rest of the world, covering every inch of earth, all her mountains, her valleys, bodies of water, all her cities, her gardens, her farms, her schools, her markets, all her inhabitants, every earthling, every human, animal, tree, plant, flower, and soaking it all in this love that comes from somewhere deep within us, and deep within us, where the entire universe can be found.
And now, slowly, I want you to bring your attention and that love back to yourself. I want you to imagine you in your mind's eye and see yourself glowing with a big smile on your face. Chi is flowing, prana is moving. You are vital, life force energy. You're smiling to the world, and the world smiles back at you, showering you with every gift, everything you could ever want. And taking a moment now to see yourself that way. Feel that happiness, that joy, that well-being and health, that success. Magical crimson blood flowing through your sacred temple, a strong heart pumping, keeping you moving. Now take a few minutes to imagine and visualize your life and the world, and see yourself walking through the world at its best, and you're feeling your best. You are your ideal version already, loved by everything, loved by you, and you love it all back. Just take as much time as you need here to visualize everything you want. And if you get a little distracted, just bringing yourself back to that version of you, that vision of you, living on this beautiful planet that has created a new normal, a new age, a new time, a new life has been birthed. Connecting to the energy of everyone else who is here with us now. Feeling gratitude for everybody who showed up from every corner of the world. And feeling that connection, strong, vital, it's healing, it's healthy. That connection is healing us. The connection to each other is our connection to Source. Source energy has no limitations and no boundaries. It can do anything. And the best thing about Source energy is that it's found within you. Whenever you look for it on the outside, you always come back to find it inside of you, because you are an extension of it. And at any moment, you can connect to it to manifest everything you want. Just drop into your heart and feel that connection. The connection of humanity, the connection of all earthlings, and the connection to the Creator, to the one source consciousness, to all that is expressed through each one of us in a slightly different way. And when you allow Source into your body, You allow your cells to turn over, to healing to happen, releasing of the past, releasing of any density, and you are being corrected and aligned to your highest frequency, to your higher self on all levels. Whenever you're ready, you can slowly come back to your body, to your physical body. You don't have to. You can stay with your eyes closed. You can stay laying down. It's up to you. If you want to join us slowly, we're doing everything slowly today. Coming out of meditation slowly, blinking your eyes open. I want to thank the beautiful creative powers within us that are connected to that source consciousness, for assisting us in raising the vibration and healing and infusing our souls with the courage needed to take on our uncertain future. And remembering that uncertainty is exciting. If we knew how everything was going to turn out and play, we'd be really bored, and that's not what we came here for. So we have planted our seeds of desire and of our well wishes, and we shall soon gather them. I want you to nurture yourself now, as seeds must be nurtured, and give yourself plenty of rest and water and sunshine and air and nutrition. Today, under this new moon, we set our intentions, and we know that everything our heart desires is on its way into our lives now. Just a couple more minutes. Whenever you're ready to come back, I'd love to know how your experience was. I feel amazing. I hope you do too. Okay. I'm so glad to hear that you enjoyed it. Some tears are normal. That happens. I'm so grateful that you showed up. I know that the timing wasn't great for everybody, but you showed up. You offered your energy. You plugged into source consciousness. And just by being here, you made the world a better place. And your intentions, and you deserve, I want to remind you right now, whatever it is that you asked for today, you are deserving of it. You are fully deserving of it just for existing and for being yourself. I'm so glad to see that you enjoyed it. You can return to this even when it's not on the full moon, and to just replug yourself into that energy that we just created and access that. And always be grateful to Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun, for sustaining life, for sustaining our wishes, for supporting us on this planet. We're just about to be on here for an hour, so I'm going to get off soon, but let's talk a little bit. If you have some things you'd like to talk about. Thank you, Grandmother Moon. I want to remind you, please, if you haven't subscribed yet, if you enjoyed this meditation,
All you have to do to be a part of this community is just to click the subscribe button. We are such a big family. The most positive comment section on YouTube for sure. We have a Facebook group with 30,000 people in there, all helping each other. It's called, if you're not a part of it, it's the Baby Elephant Law of Attraction Facebook group. I think that if you go to facebook.com/groups/baby elephants, I think that's the link. If not, I'll comment it below. Thank you to my moderators who are here too. And also remember to turn on the bell icon if you want to know whenever I'm going live. Right now, only about 10% of my audience gets notified when I post a video. I really want to bring that up to 30%. It's 16%, but only 10% of those people have all notifications turned on from YouTube. So I want to bring that number up to 30% because then more of us could actually see the videos, which would be cool, which I would be grateful for. I post a couple of times a week. That number is going to go up. But I want to see you there. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you to all 1,000+ of you. Thank you, Lisa. To 1,000+ of you for being here, for offering your energy. Also, if you want to hear from me personally, daily, I send out inspirational emails almost daily, almost on a daily basis. You just have to sign up with your name and email, and that's in the description. Again, could I have my email list people to back me up on that? Abigail, wearing your healing amulet. Amazing. Email list, yeah. Thank you guys. Yes, I would love to have 30% turn on their notifications. That would be awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, and then some people are asking about books. So I actually do a free book club. I'm doing as much as I can, just giving out as much content and creating as many live streams and as much as I can right now, just to, because I know people are losing their minds a little bit from boredom, and there's so much to do together. So one of the things we're doing is a book club. For March, we read the book Wherever You Go, There You Are. If you want to find out about the book club, you just have to be on the email list and you'll get emails about it. Our first book club meeting is Thursday. Thank you for turning your notifications on. Please let me know if you do so I can say thank you to you right now. Yes, there's my girl. There's the book club. To sign up for the book club, just go to that link right there, lioralexandra.com/book-club. Okay, thank you. Lindsay, thank you. Carly, thank you. Thank you, Fanay. Fanay's finally free. I love that. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Malika, thank you for turning your notifications on. Victoria, thank you for notifications on since day one. No, don't burn the letters or the list. Hold on to them. Thank you, Fredito. I've had them turn on since 2017. Yeah, so the next book that we're reading is one of my favorite books that I've been wanting to revisit, so that's why I chose it. It's Many Lives, Many Masters. All you have to do to be a part of the book club, it's completely free, is just read along, and we will talk about it. Wherever You Go, There You Are is available for free somewhere online. Just Google it. I don't know if Many Lives, Many Masters are. I have it on my Kindle. Carrie, thank you for the notifications on. Thank you, Tony Crane. I appreciate you. Do you have to buy the book? You don't have to. You can go get it from the library. You can do whatever you want. Just, you got to read the book, right? The poem was by, let me find where I had the notes for that. It was called Slow. And the author, I'm going to type it in right here, Marnie Sklarov. You can let her know that we read her poem out on the live stream. Yeah, Many Lives, Many Masters is the next book we're reading. I'm going to start reading it on Friday after our first book club. And that book, if you haven't read that book, I highly recommend reading along with us this in April, because it is life-changing. It's actually life-changing. And it's just a tiny little step into the esoteric. We can go even more esoteric with the Dolores Cannon books after that in the future, but you got to start with Many Lives, Many Masters. Yeah. The book is about past lives. And it's amazing. Just, I highly recommend. Yeah, I think that there's a PDF of it somewhere. The book club is going to be a live chat on Thursday, but I think that we already have 100 people joining, and since it's free, I haven't upgraded my Zoom account yet, so we're keeping it at 100. We'll see how that goes. If we consistently have more than 100 people wanting to join, because there is 600 people on the list right now, 600 people reading the same book is so cool, by the way. Then I'll have to upgrade, of course, and we'll do live streams with more people, and we'll talk about the books. But I think that if you feel the same as I do about book clubs, it's just fun to know that we're all reading the same book more than it is really to discuss it. I think it's cool to know we're all reading the same thing. Yeah. If you guys have questions about anything, about the book club, the email list, any of my courses, right now is a really good time to do my healing courses or to start manifesting love with the Love Mastery program. If you have any questions, we try to get as many of them answered on contact@leoralexandra.com. You can reach out through there. Please be aware that we get so many emails and so many, me and Lisa, so many messages. So we try our best. My bowls are from the Gem Show in Arizona. Aaron Daddy was just there and he ordered them from me because I didn't get to go. Thank you, Daryl O'Connor. I appreciate you. They were actually, they're produced in China, I believe, and I've reached out to the seller of them and she doesn't answer her emails. Otherwise, I would recommend her, but she doesn't answer. And they're pretty pricey too. They're not a joke. It took me a while. I saved up for them to allocate the funds for that, you know. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you for helping us, keeping us stay positive. Love you. I appreciate you. Do you do any purification baths with Florida water or holy water? My Florida water is right in front of me. I was actually going to have it with me over here. Last night, my family and I watched a bunch of conspiracy theory videos, and afterwards we were feeling a little bit icky. So I just threw Florida water like you would holy water all over the place, cleansed us, saged us, called on our guides, and everything was fine. There was no dark energy after that. So Florida water is awesome for that. Even if you didn't see a reminder and forgot about this, it's going to be uploaded immediately after I get off. It takes about an hour to upload, and then you can watch it. Yeah. Florida water is commonly used by shamans, and it's supposed to basically transmute darkness into light to protect from negative entities, beings. I'll show you it. Hold on. You can get it on Amazon. There's a few different kinds. This is, I think, the least expensive one. It's the cologne one, but there's better ones that some shamans use. But this smells the same to me, and I think it's the same thing. Yeah. Ingredients-wise, it's the same thing that they were using on us in Costa Rica. Florida water. And you just kind of like I understand that you have a right to live, the right to exist, but please don't bother us. Negative energies, negative entities, negative beings. Don't want to throw it at my computer, but there. Where did you get your vegan drum at? It's a Remo drum. It's their buffalo. Whoa. Their buffalo drum, and it's vegan. Yep. This also moves around energy, deters negative spirits, and calls in the helper spirits. Thank you, guys. Thank you, On the Hill and Elizabeth Spencer. I appreciate you. All right, a few more minutes. I would hang out all day, which is why I'm considering joining one of those streaming sites and just keeping my live stream on all day. But we'll see. It's the Remo Buffalo Drum. Remo Buffalo Drum. And this, I think, is the 16-inch one. It cost about, it was like $60, I think. When do we eat our sweet food? I was drinking my stuff the entire time. You can do it right now if you haven't eaten it yet. What sweet food are you eating? I also have this vegan shaman rattle, which was way too pricey. You can make it yourself, so don't buy it online. But they painted the Pleiades system on it, apparently, which is cool. Dates is my favorite thing to have. It's beautiful, right? Honestly, the reason why I spent what I spent on it is because an artist hand makes them, and he lives somewhere in South America, and I just wanted to support him. And I really wanted a rattle too. It's not that crazy. It was $100, but it's a rattle, you know. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate you. Thank you for being like a virtual big sister. I'll take it. I am your sister. We're all family. Dried fruit is good. Thank you, 9 Yard Songs. I appreciate you guys. It's really kind of you. Is Florida water from Florida? Looks like it's from New Jersey. Oh, so the rattle is the same as the drum. It calls in the helper spirits, moves around energy in the body. Yeah, necklaces are on sale at alchemybyla.com. I have a video on astrology coming early April that I've been working on. It's been really fun to do the research. 222! Thank you, Jacques. Jacques. I love you too. Did I say your name wrong? I love you, I love you, I love you. I love the OA. The OA was, there's a lot of truth into it. There's a lot of hidden things in the OA. Hints from Hollywood. I have a 5-year-old girl. I want to teach her manifestations on new moon. How can I make her do it? I recommend with children, kind of talking to them about things that make them happy, and then asking them, what would you like to have in your life? Is there something that you really want? And while they're talking about things that make them happy, and then they talk about things that they want, right? They could start to understand manifesting a little bit. To be honest, as somebody who's not a parent and who doesn't get to spend enough time around children, I wish I could. I love kids so much. When I went to Guatemala, I got to hang out with a 4-year-old, and I was just like in heaven. I love the way they think. I don't really know the best way to teach manifestation to children, and that would be a very interesting topic. The mini amulets are on hold right now because our manufacturer is not working, because we had the safer from home in Los Angeles and California. We need an OA club now. You know what? A good book to read for children and for consciousness and spirituality is the Celestine Prophecy. It only mentions child raising briefly, but it changed my perspective on it so much. The Celestine Prophecy. How's my Spanish? I'm currently I told you guys in the other video that I'm started to learn. I use this app called Babbel, and I'm learning every day. I do like 15, 20 minutes a day, but it's not great still. Puedes. It was bothering you. My husband used Babbel to learn German to talk to me. That's so cool. Well, understanding your power, it's not necessarily not being content with what you have, more like understanding that you are powerful and that you can always get for yourself what you want, and you don't need to rely on other people so much, right? My stomach is grumbling. I haven't had dinner yet. I really want to stay on, but what I'll say is I'll try to do another live stream next week, okay? And when I do, we'll probably talk about astrology and what the stars are saying about our current world events. How does that sound? I love you more. Yeah? Okay, sounds good. Okay, I love you. Closing out our sacred space. Thank you to the 4 directions. Thank you, Grandmother Moon. Thank you to our angels, our guides. Thank you to the archangels. Thank you to all our well ancestors. Thank you for everybody that held the space for us. Thank you to all of you. I love you. Have a really, really, really good night. And keep your vibrations way up. And in that awkward time when I don't know how to turn it off and end